Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Odeli and today I'm going to be sharing 5 tips that help me grow my natural hair from this to this. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Tip number 1. Tip number 1 is actually composed of 2 tips, so bear with me, and that is pre-pooing and deep conditioning. For those of you that may not know, pre-pooing is actually a treatment that you put in your hair prior to washing your hair, and that can be either oils or conditioner or even aloe vera gel. So it's up to you, you try what is best for you, but for me I usually use olive oil and it works great for me. It kind of conditions my hair before washing it, and it also helps me to get rid of the tangles and the dryness and the hot mess that I usually have in my head before washing my hair. The next thing that you want to also do, and trust me, do it, because if you don't do it, it's gonna be fatal. I'm just kidding. No, but that is deep conditioning. This is something that I never skip because it's actually a way for me to have more manageable hair. It helps me with softness, it gives me shine, and it's just overall good for your hair. If you want to have healthy hair, this is something that you should do. So please don't skip your deep conditioner, very important, okay? Tip number 2. Tip number 2, that is scalp massage. You want to try and massage your scalp at least once a week. So I do this with essential oils that I mix to olive oil. You can do whatever mix you want. You can even use an oil mix, wild growth, which is basically a mix of oils, and that works great as well. So this will promote hair growth, stimulating your hair, you make your blood flow so that we can get more long hair. Okay, so this is what I do. You should try doing it too if you're not doing it as yet. Let's move on to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is actually low manipulating hairstyles. Low manipulating in general. You want to keep your hands as much as possible off of your head. I don't know if that makes sense, but you don't want to touch your hair that much. If you have a style, try to keep it in for a week, try to keep it in for 2 weeks. For me, what I do after wash days, I give myself 4 plaits and I leave that in for the whole week. Yes, I go to work with 4 plaits. Yes, I sometimes look crazy, but guess what? I do it for my hair's health. So you have to do some sacrifices if you want to have, if you want to grow your hair. And this helps me so much because I don't have to touch my hair for nothing. Maybe I'll just brush it and put those 4 plaits up in one, and that works well. Okay, I don't need nothing more. You can also protective hairstyle with if weave or wigs is your thing, you can also do that. You can use braids. Just don't forget to moisturize your hair underneath. We can easily forget when we have these type of styles, but please do not forget your hair underneath. Very important. Let's move on to tip number 4. Tip number 4 is actually fingers detangling. These are my combs. These are my brushes. This is what I use whenever I have to touch my hair. I do not use no combs. I only use combs if I have to part my hair, and that's it. I will add product, detangle it with my fingers, and that works well. It gets the tangles and the knots out, and I can style my hair however I want. And by doing that, I have saved myself a lot of hair. I have saved myself so much hair because I don't even use a comb when I'm washing my hair. I do not detangle because my hair is already detangled from my pre-pooing. So yeah, so that is tip number 4. Okay, finger detangling. Avoid, if possible, using combs and brushes and all of that good stuff that isn't good for our hair, and you'll thank me later. Tip number 5. Tip number 5 is the last, but trust me, it's certain not the least, and in my opinion, out of all of the previous tips, is the easiest one because it's having time and patience. Okay, usually, if I'm not mistaken, hair grows about 6 inches per year, so you maybe have to wait 2 years to see a certain amount of length. But if you're taking care of your hair, time is passing, so you'll end up seeing the results. You will end up having long, beautiful, natural hair, and that is what we want, that is what we need, and yes. And that is it for my tips and tricks. If you do any one of these tips that I have just mentioned, or you do it differently, make sure to leave a comment below. Let me know what helped you in your natural hair journey. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in another one. Mwah.